Now that we've soaked up, we've let it dwell, now is the time that we rinse it. Again, we're going to either use a 5-degree nozzle. If you have a higher degree pressure washer, that's fine. We can use a 5-degree. The one thing that I always say is if we do have to use our straight nozzle, our straight pointer shooter nozzle, or he's got the big middle finger one here, but if we got to use it, we never want to use that straight shoot nozzle, at least that 2nd story window and down, because if we do that and we use that straight shooter nozzle, then what can happen is it'll look like somebody took a big pencil all over this wall if it has oxidation, and that can be very bad. We're letting him start here. He's just rinsing the railing here. You can see he is on the 25-degree nozzle. He's just cleaning off the deck. This is some good things to do. Clean off any soap, any dirt, anything like that to rinse off. If we can go just a little bit when we're rinsing, that'll help. Around the front door, around the back door, just knocking. We're not really cleaning anything. We're just knocking any dirt, anything like that off. If we can do a little extra, like today, he actually did the railing. Just doing that little bit of extra can make us get those 5-star reviews, get to the next level, do the things that we need to do to make sure that we are growing our business and we're not growing our business. Again, he's going down here. We're gonna start at the top because the dirt runs down, you know, crap runs downhill. And so he's gonna start at the top. We're just gonna work our way from one. If you can reach up there, you're gonna work your way across. And you can see that dirt just falling down on me. And then you're just gonna keep it coming right on down. If you see anything like a big old gob of dirt, like he's coming up right there, there's a big old gob of dirt right there. We're gonna try to flood that out a little bit or something along the lines of that. You can see some dirt down here. Again, we're gonna make sure all that dirt is gone, because if it's not, that's going to be an issue, and we don't want issues, right? The last thing we want is callbacks. We do not want callbacks. And even something as stupid as that little bit of debris on there can give us a callback. So we don't want that to happen. We're just going to run that all the way down, getting that all nice and clean. And we like clean. We go from green to clean, green to clean. Now, if you look on here, you can still see a little bit of dirt running, and that we'll have to hit it more. And then there's also some other black spots that we'll also hit. Is that a hole up there or what? And sometimes
I think it's like
it looks like it might be a hole.
Like it was a wasp's nest, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's a little mud dauber or something up there. So we can take our 5-degree, and that way it will help. Again, we're not hammering it down with pressure. We're going to give it a nice little love, but we're not going to really blast it because otherwise it could cause other issues. So again, another thing when we're rinsing is a good thing to do is to step up here, up close to the house, and you can look up that siding. And a lot of times what you'll find is if you haven't soaked very good and let it dwell, you'll have green all the way across underneath here. You won't see it out here so much, but when you step up to that house, that's when you will see the green, the mold, the funk, and all of that. So we want to make sure that we get up close, and a lot of times like I did there, you can look up at the whole house, look all the way across, and that will make sure that there's no more. Some things that we don't want to leave on here is, you can see we got some little bit of right here. And yeah, you might not think that's nothing, but that can be a complaint. And that's just hitting it one more time. Again, we have a little dot here. I will go over what this little dot is right here. That's not going to move. That's going to stay there. But that is something that I'll hit again. If we're having issues with like mud running out of that siding, sometimes, you know, we might be spraying too much water up into that siding, and there's little holes in this siding. And if we're spraying that holes up in that siding, let's see if I can find one right here. Right here, there's a little hole right there in that hole. So if we're spraying a lot of water up in there, it can cause issues. What can happen is water comes out of there, and so we don't want to be really spraying that spray up like at an angle. We may need to get back a little bit, come back here a little bit further with our gun, and get more of a rain down effect. And by us doing that rain down effect, that will cause that water to hit this siding as it's kind of coming down versus forcing it up in there. And we don't really want to force that water up in there, period. And that's another reason why we're using low pressure, is so that way we're not forcing water up underneath that siding. But sometimes you'll get some mud drips, and so those are reason why we want to kind of do that more of a rain down effect versus high pressure shooting it up in there.